I gave my students a practical exam last week. Simple task: build a login form with validation. You know what half of them did? They opened their notes. They searched for HTML form syntax. They Googled how to make input field required. After an entire semester. After weeks of lectures. After labs. After assignments. They still couldn't remember that it's literally just the word required inside an input tag. And honestly, that's not even the problem. The real problem is that I'm starting to think memorizing syntax is exactly the wrong way to teach programming. I'm an IT professor, and today, I need to rant about something that's been driving me insane. Here's what's broken. We've built an entire education system around memorization. Syntax quizzes. Fill in the blank code. What does this keyword do exams? And it creates this dangerous illusion. Students think they're learning to code. But they're actually learning to memorize. And there's a massive difference. Let me give you an example. Last semester, I had a student, brilliant kid, could recite Python syntax like a textbook. Asked him to build a simple API? He froze. Completely blank. Because nobody had ever asked him to actually think. Just recall. And here's the thing, in the real world, nobody cares if you can memorize syntax. You know why? Because we have documentation. We have Stack Overflow. We have AI assistants. The syntax is literally one Google search away. What's not one Google search away is knowing how to solve a problem. Knowing how to break a complex system into smaller pieces. Knowing how to debug something that's never been broken before. That's what we should be teaching. But instead, we're running memorization Olympics and handing out gold medals to students who can recite for loops but can't build a function. Let me show you how bad this gets. I've been teaching for years now. And every single semester, I see the same pattern. Students who memorize? They pass the quizzes. They ace the syntax tests. They look great on paper. But ask them to build something original? Something that wasn't in the textbook? They fall apart. Because memorization doesn't teach you how to think. It teaches you how to repeat. Now compare that to the students who actually build stuff. The ones who, maybe they don't memorize every keyword, but they spend their weekends hacking on projects. They break things. They fix things. They Google stuff and actually understand what they're reading. Those students? They're the ones getting hired. They're the ones building startups. They're the ones who actually know how to code. And it's not even close. I've tracked this. The builders outperform the memorizers every single time. Not because they're smarter, but because they practiced the right thing. Memorizing syntax is like memorizing every word in a Spanish textbook but never having a conversation. Sure, you know the words. But can you actually speak? So here's my rant, and here's my ask. Stop memorizing syntax. I'm serious. If you're a student watching this, close the textbook. Open your laptop. Build something ugly. Build something broken. Build something that doesn't work and then figure out why it doesn't work. Because that struggle? That confusion? That's where the actual learning happens. And to my fellow educators, I know quizzes are easy to grade. I know memorization is easy to test. But we're doing our students a disservice if that's all we're measuring. The industry doesn't want syntax robots. It wants problem solvers. It wants builders. It wants people who can look at a blank screen and create something from nothing. That's what we should be teaching. That's what we should be testing. I'm an IT professor. And I'd rather have a student who can't recite a single keyword but can build me an app, than a student who can quote the entire Python documentation but can't write a function without ChatGPT. Stop memorizing. Start building. Drop your rant in the comments. And subscribe, because next week, I'm coming for junior developers who think they know everything.